Welcome, friends, to a new episode of Lineage. I'm Clobberstomp. I hope you guys are having a good day. I am having an awesome day. So a few of you have talked in some of the comments about being old school players or new school players and things like that, and they wanted to talk about some of the differences in the game. But let's first check our mail. Zahira has sent us some mail. We stuck it out in Dragon Valley. Oh, I want to talk about Dragon Valley. Once you're level 81, yeah. Okay, so once you're level 81, you can get a bunch of the quests that are reoccurring there, which is really cool. But right now, I'm only level 80, and I'm about 50% through. And what I found is some of the quests that are available at 80 are for raid bosses. So the ones that are all available now want you to go through this whole, like, this legendary tales, these large dragon skulls. Each one of these is like a raid boss, like every single one from the research I've done. And I might be wrong in that, but at least from what I can find online, these all are separate raids, and you need to do them with multiple people. So getting this and completing this quest is going to be impossible by myself. So that's not really conducive for leveling. If we ever get into one of them, I will definitely record the footage and stuff like that and post it, but I don't know when they are. I haven't done a lot of research on it. I just know that some of the stuff. From what you guys are telling me, there are 3 or 4 other quests in there once you're level 81. So what I figured is I would go try out some other places. So I want to get to Stuttgart, and we'll take a look at the map. So in the map, Aiden, there is a place. I did look online on the regular website, and from Stuttgart there's a place called Crypts of Disgrace. So I want to check out that place. So let's start heading that way, just so we have an idea of where to go. So we want to go out to Stuttgart. Perfect. Yeah, it's a lot of money. We'll talk about that. So in the old time, when the game was pay to play, I played since like the Chaotic Chronicle and before. And it was a different game then. Does it show me? Crypts of Disgrace, 80 and up. Cool. So in the pay-to-play days, the quest lines were much different than they are now. There was no Kekropus to follow or anything like that, which is fine. And everything was a grind. The entire... Go to the Crypts of Disgrace, Contaminated, Badawa Warriors, and Batur Commanders. Okay, cool. So, 125. Okay, so we can spend a little bit of time here. Let's go see what it's like to kill some of these guys. I doubt it's going to be really too big of a deal. Let's see. I know I didn't get my Warriors thing. I forgot. Well, whatever. So don't worry about it. I know it'll help me level. But this video is not about leveling right now. One thing that's different is the whole game used to be pay to play. So it was a monthly reoccurring cost. And since I know you guys are going to wrap me up, fine. You know, you're going to yell at me in the comments. I know you're going to yell at me. So I'm going to go get it. I'll go get Warriors Harmony, okay? I'll go get it. And so one thing I found is that the difference is that from the old style to the new style is you get pushed through the game in the new style very quickly. So like you can get to level 80 in like a week. Like if you really push it. I know this series has gone on for a couple months for me, but it's because I'm presenting it and I'm doing stuff and trying to, I'm going through the game slower than most people would. But you can, I know, I hear the comments, I see the comments, you can really get to level 80 with pretty much any character in like a week. You really can push through it. Now what I found is with that process, you skip a lot of the other stuff that's on the map. Like if you click on Aiden, you don't go to the Forgotten Temple, you don't go to the Wasteland, you're there, you know, you don't go to any of these places, Orc Barracks or Gluten. You miss a lot of these places. Like I'm a Kamel, I've never been to the Kamel village, and I'm already level 80. So there, the way it used to be is you used to start in your home village. If you were an elf, you started in the elven village. If you were a dark elf, a dark elven village, and so on and so forth. So the game has changed a little bit where it pushes you up to level 80 and it gets you into a lot of the end game material straight away, which is cool. But I think you miss out on a lot of the stuff in the game that's been so good. Warriors Harmony, yeah, you're welcome. Warriors Harmony, okay? So there's that. That's one thing I noticed that's pretty huge. It just pushes you through the game so quick, which is okay. And it has its pluses and minuses. But you miss out on so much other stuff. Where is it? Crypts of Disgrace. There we go. It's at the top because there's a quest, which is cool. And they've changed it so you get just pushed all the way through the game, but you miss out on a lot of other cool stuff. So there's pluses and minuses there. When I was in, you had to start in your home village and you leveled there until you were like level 20, and then you traveled to like Gluten and Girin from 20 to 40, and you kind of went through the game and progressed through the map instead of getting pushed through the map so quickly, which is kind of a neat thing. But now what I find is happening, and that whole process, the old school way, was a grind the whole way. It was a grind. They didn't have a quest that would just push you through the levels very quickly. In this, the way the game is now, you progress very quickly. Now, if you're really pushing the quest and you're following the quest line, like I have been, what you find is you get through the quest line very quickly, and then you're stuck with a level or a level and a half to grind. So the grind is very minimal, but it does happen. But when you find the grind, there's usually a grind spot in the 40s, there's a grind spot in the 60s, and now I'm hitting the one that's in the 80s. Through the main quest line, the Kekropis quest line. And it's really challenging because you're used to kind of progressing through the game so quickly, and then you're just hard stop, boom, you have nothing. It's like, oh, now I have to grind. And I think they need to modify that a little bit for people that go through the game really quickly. If that's what you want people to do, and you want people to get to the game, to end game material quickly, you need to make that process fairly seamless. You can't have a guy get to level 20 in like a hot minute, like for 2 hours, 3 hours of play, and then have him sit for 2 hours of play to get to level 21. I mean, that's kind of stupid, in my opinion. So that really needs to be fixed, in my opinion. Because now I have 50% of level 80 to get through. I have no quest lines to get through. I have a couple quests to like go and get. Maybe this will help me out, but the quest is really bad. And it's like killing 125 things. And it's really, I think they're trying to subside it, but it doesn't make it any better. This is still a grind. So if you've changed the game that much to push people to level 80 quickly, then make the whole process seamless and don't have the hard stops here. I know that some of you have suggested the hour of leveling beforehand and using the XP bumps and bonuses and stuff, which is great. That's all perfect. But what's the point? Like, that's only there to supplement getting through the grind very quickly. Why not just make that whole thing just a seamless process? That's the way I look at it, because if the deal is to get people to level 80 right away, or like within a week or two, you can't have them go to level 40 real quick, get through their transfer, and then they're stuck for the same amount of time as it took to get there. That's kind of dumb, and I think that would turn a lot of people off. I enjoy this game a lot because there's a lot of substance to it, but there are some things that really kind of piss me off about it, and that's one of them. Because now I'm level 80, and here's the other thing that really irritates me is I'm level 80, but you get to level 80 so quickly, you barely know how to use your character. The beauty of the pay-to-play days back in the day, if you guys are old school like me, you know that you learn to develop your character and you learn to use all of your skills. Before you know it, you have all the skills. So now I'm stuck with 30, 40 skills that I don't know how to use. So that's why I've been asking so many times, if you play a Camille, what skills I should be using, is because I got through it so quickly, I don't know what they are. And that's part of the problem of pushing people through the game so fast. And that, you know, it's still a fun game. Don't get me wrong. It's old. It's a little bit, you know, graphics are wonky. It's not the best. And the other piece is that these public servers have been used and migrated from other servers so many times, that the economy is inflated. Like, it costs billions of dollars to get something, and you can go spend $5 and have a billion Adina right away. Like, what's the point? Like, I'll go spend $5 and get a billion if I was really inclined to get some of the top level gear. Like, what's the point? Why don't you just reset the economy? I feel like that could be something simple to do. But you can't, because people have hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars, billions of dollars to buy stuff. But yet they haven't augmented the game at all. And even though I kill one of these guys, I get 191 Adina. Really? Like, how is anybody gonna be able to compete? The economy is what really, I think, takes away from some of these games. Is that if you go into that, where the hell is it? There's that warehouse, or not the warehouse, but the public auction in town or whatever, and things are just ridiculously priced. Like, it's stupid, right? Like, there's no way I'm gonna spend any money if you're gonna play it free to play game. I'm not gonna do it. It's just kind of useless. Now, how does this game compare to others? Well, some of you guys have noticed I've started playing Guild Wars 2. Now, the difference between this and Guild Wars 2 is this Lineage 2 is a traditional MMO RPG where you have classes and it's broken up and things like that. Whereas you have tanks and healers and things like that. And in Guild Wars 2, they've done it a little bit differently, and it's a really kind of skill-based. And it's a little bit more freeform, and they don't have a traditional tank or healer type classes, and they're a little bit more, you know, it's a little bit more free flow. I can walk wherever I want in the map, which is similar to this. So those are some similarities. There is one game I used to play called The Secret World. I don't know if some of you are familiar with it, but some of you, if you've played it, realize that that is a completely skill-based game. It's an MMO. It's like a zombie apocalypse type of game, but it's like this. But you get to focus on your skills, whereas it's pretty much like you're a human, like you are like real life. And then you can focus on learning skill sets and then synergies and trying to get certain skills to match with one another and stuff like that. Whereas the only stuff that helps you, your character, is gear and your grade. You know, there's no levels. You're the same level. You're just a person. So what you do is when you achieve tasks or complete quests and things, you unlock skill points to progress your skill set, as if you would like you were learning or if you were going to college. It's a very interesting way to do it, and I think a game like that is a little bit more tailored for how gaming is now. And I think a lot of MMOs are walking away from this style of kill the guy, level up, kill the guy, level up, and do more story mode based or skill based type of leveling and things like that, because this is old school. This is what an MMO is. You go, you smack the guy, you get some you know, drops from it, you get some coin from it or whatever, and then you get some experience from it, and then you just level your guy up that way, and then you can level up and get skills and stuff. So there's multiple different ways to do it. What way is the best? I think it's personality and how you like to play games. I was raised on games like this, so this is nothing new to me. It's familiar, it's easy. Go hit the guy. Is it the most entertaining? No, not anymore. Storyline's pretty good in this game, so they've developed a pretty good storyline. So I would say if people at Lineage are listening to this, or NCSoft, you really need to revamp this whole leveling thing, because now you see I've been playing for about 20 minutes now and I've gained 1%, whereas it took me a couple hours to get to level 80. So like the balance needs to be restored at some point, because this is kind of nonsense. And if I have to go level for an hour before I go do my Kekropis quest line, that kind of takes away from doing, like, gaining 5 levels in one with one quest line where I do 3 things that take an hour, and then I gotta spend 3 hours getting from level 50% to the next level. It's just it's a turn off to me, and honestly, if I wasn't trying to just finish Awakening, I would have quit already. And honestly, I've considered it just dropping the series, but you guys seem to enjoy it, so I'm gonna continue playing because I enjoy it and I like the game and I like exploring. But honestly, if I can't get this extra 50%, like without just doing grinding and having been able to get to 80 so quickly, I'm kind of turned off. Like I don't want to grind it out for a couple hours just to get to 81 and then go repeat those 3 quests in Dragon Valley until I'm 85. Like, I really kind of almost don't want to finish the path to Awakening because of that this stupid thing right here. Like, let's look, I've played for 20 minutes and I've gotten not even 3%. Really? Like, why don't you just supplement the quest lines a little bit more, or give a couple more quests to help you get over that 50% hump? Because, you know, you're going from such an easy push all the way up to this point, and now you're asking people to grind. And it's kind of, you know, why didn't you just keep the grind where it was at the beginning and just make it maybe a little bit easier across the board, instead of making it so easy up front and then killing it at the backside? Because it's really a turn-off from the player's point of view, where like you can get to this level so easy and then it's hard stop. It's really kind of a turn off to the game. So that's kind of my remarks on the game since I've come back and I played it from back in the day. And you know, and back in the day there used to be tons of people that play. Like, there used to be tons of people you could talk to and tons of people that would actually you could party with. And now gaming's changed since 10 years ago when the game came out, or 12 years ago or whatever, where people wanted to play and party and you could meet friends and stuff like that. Now it's like, I need to get to level 80, otherwise people won't even talk to you. And it's actually disabled. You can't talk to anybody until you're level 76. Really? Are you kidding me? Like, it's really frustrating, and you know, I'm honestly kind of surprised that people really are actually still playing the game. I'm only playing it because I enjoyed it. And then I like the game a little bit, but you know, I'm a little... Oh, that says SP. Okay. I was like, what? I leveled up? So that's my 2 cents on the game. I think that's where I'm going to call it. I'm not going to grind out this whole 125. I will if I'm just kind of mindless watching Netflix or something, but look at... Yeah. Oh, I want to fight something and get that as a pose again. Here, let's kill him. Yeah, so that's kind of my 2 cents about the game. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but, you know, that's where I'm at. So if you guys like this episode, you know, stomp the like button. It helps me out, shows me that you enjoy the series. I'm enjoying the series. It's a lot of fun. Will we make it to Path to Awakening? Will we awaken? I don't even know if I want to at this point. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. As always, guys, if you like this episode, don't forget to like and share on your favorite social media, and I will catch you guys next time.